it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn.
Welcome back. B is for boost, and we are back on the SRT. Now, unfortunately, it's raining outside. This car got tuned the other day, 440 horsepower, and I think it was like 396 to the wheels on, I don't want to say low boost because it was like 22, 23 pounds of boost, but it was on no advanced timing. Cams are set at 0. It does have big cams in it, and it was just enough because there's a secret we're going to tell you later on about this. But I'd like to do a review on this at 440 horsepower, but it's raining, so it's not like we can hit the road and give it a lot. We're going to hit the road. But we have been daily driving this car because I want to make sure there's any bugs that can be worked out. It did sit for a year. It was built, sat, and we didn't do nothing for it until now. So you hear a little bit of a cold start. I'm not going to rev it up because it's really cold. We're going to go for a drive, though. Now, first thing I notice about this car is it has a very bad vibration. That would be the DCR side mounts. It does have solid mounts, but the DCR side mounts does not help this car at all, and I think that's normal for any car. I'm gonna turn the heat on. We are in Nova Scotia, and it is raining outside, as you see, so we're gonna have to make sure that we're good to go. One other thing I've learned about this car that should be done is the clutch needs to be adjusted. It comes almost all the way out before it grabs, and it is a new clutch, so that's pretty simple to do. It would literally be just a clutch adjustment pedal. Now, it's going to be hard for me to show you guys this as I drive because, let's face it, I can't drive, shift, and do everything at the same time. So I'm going to get it warmed up to temperature, and then maybe we'll get this window down and see what it really sounds like to have 440 horsepower on not so dry pavement, I guess. Bog Wagoner S257. If you checked out the last video, we made 440 horsepower, and so now that that's been posted up, I got some news for this car. It's been raining since we got it tuned. I've tried to do some startup videos. And I couldn't because it's been literally downpour rain, which we need it down here, so I couldn't get no poles. That's why the car is actually dirty. Green kind of hides it, but it is dirty. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do some pole videos. I'm not going to get some street racing in because, well, I'm selling the SRT. Yeah. So I was offered $11,000 Canadian for this car. You couldn't build this car for that price, but I think for $11,000 and me not really driving it, because it's been sitting for over a year. I built it and it just sat there. So let's do a quick show you the car, and then we'll, guess it's
In the world blind, please Lord give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top.
Now, you guys will see it is quite dirty because it has been raining, but we do have the modern performance. I think it's like carbon design, carbon fiber hood. We do have green LED lights for fog lights. We are sitting on some old Enki wheels with some wheel width 4 points, and we are actually on BC coils, but we never ever lowered it because we never had time and we never got to it. So mirrors are off a Chrysler 300M. Side skirts are actually an RT side skirt because this car was never an SRT. We're going back to the 90s with the checker plate formats. We do have a molded rear RT, or we do have a molded Mopar rear lip with 3D taillights and a carbon fiber trunk with a Borla exhaust. Really not that bad. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Not bad. Kind of sucks though. So we do have our air fuel through an AEM, and we do have our boost gauge AEM as well, and our speedometer. Her shifter. This is going to be super hard to do as I drive, but we're going to try to see if you guys can hear what it sounds like. Now, obviously, I'm not beating on the car. There's really no need to. You know, the dyno is pretty hard on the car, so I know what it makes. It makes 440 horsepower to the wheels on lower boost, which is really good. It's a conservative tune. The cams need to be dialed in a little more because it was never really street tuned all that much. We ran at a time where Chris blew his truck up, so we were like 4 hours late getting to the dyno, which kind of put everything behind. So there's no point in me, you know, burnout, beating it. My luck, I'll break it, and it's literally driving like 1,800 kilometers home. So, you know, I put about 3 tanks of fuel through it, so probably about 1,300 kilometers, and I've had little to no issues other than the speedometer just quit working, which is a wearable part. Things happen, but motor runs good, it boosts, it's where it needs to be, and other than that, it's sad to see this happen, but you know, on to bigger and better things. I'd like to say that, but this car, I had like a vision in my head that this car would be a car to, you know, get on the highway, do like 3rd and 4th gear pulls, braking free, racing some high horsepower cars, because realistically, this car is set up to be a 550 horsepower car all day long. But the reason we didn't tune it for that was because if I blow it up with the dyno, it's content. If I blow it up a week before I sell it, or it was actually not even a week, I think we tuned it Thursday, so 6 days. So if I blow it up 6 days before I sell it, then we have issues because, you know, this has a built head, this has cams in it, and there's certain things that if it breaks, I can't replace it in time, then buddy flew down here for no reason. So that was a thing we had to keep in mind.